G'day guys, welcome to the channel. Today I'm making a video titled What Your Rolex Watch Says About You in the Workplace. Now I've wanted to make this video for quite a while. However, I wanted to give myself some time to experience this wholeheartedly so I can give you some first-hand experience on this. Now, the TLDR of this is just wear your damn watch, wear it to the workplace, who gives a crap about what other people think, enjoy yourself, life's too short, you've spent tens of thousands of dollars on your watch, just enjoy it, whatever. Though, you have to be mindful that people will form opinions of you and assumptions, either good or bad, because you're wearing that piece. Now let me explain. So, today I went out on the road, I'm wearing my suit to have meetings with business clients, and I'm wearing my Yachtmaster 40 two-tone. Depending on your field, what your position is, if you're face-to-face with customers or not, you have to take a step back and analyze your position. And what I mean by that is, let's say you're in the finance field working business to business. If you're trying to pitch to a client, it could be a good idea to wear your Rolex because looking polished, well put together, and having that piece on your wrist will command more respect. It does command more attention, and I don't care if people say, no, it doesn't, blah, blah, blah. It does. It definitely does, because it shows people and it signals to people that you've done something right in your field in order to afford that watch. And just hands down, this is just the way it is. A couple months ago, I went to pitch for a massive client, got the business. Already got the business. I was wearing my Datejust. The C-suite executive I was pitching to was actually wearing a Seiko 007, one of my first loves in the watch industry. And we had a great time talking. He asked me how old I was. I told him, I'm only this, I'm not that old, right? I'm not gonna tell you how old I am, but I'm not that old. And he was surprised, like, oh, you must be doing well in your job. I'm like, well, yeah, yeah, I am. And that started a great relationship. And I've been able to win businesses just purely on the case of watches. But Rolex, because it's more iconic, because it's more recognizable, it's just easier because you don't have to explain exactly what it is. If the person across you doesn't know anything about watches and you're wearing like a Panerai, they're not gonna know what it is. But even if the person in front of you doesn't know about watches, they're gonna know what a Rolex is. They're gonna know that it's a signal to success. So they're gonna form an opinion of you in a positive manner. So it is a good idea to wear your Rolex to that business meeting, that's fine. On the flip side, however, if you're working in an industry that price matters, or you're dealing with vulnerable customers, or you're dealing with non-profit charities, things like that, do not wear it. Do not wear it, because you have to be mindful that if you're facing these people, these clients, they're not in a position to respect you because they're in it for a cheap price. They're very price conscious. So if they see you wearing that, especially if you're working for a charity, how charitable can you be if you're wearing a $10,000 watch? You're not very charitable at all, right? So again, just be mindful of your own position, your own industry and field, and make the judgment call from there. However, in the office day to day, no one cares, just wear the damn thing. Though, that statement that no one cares, it's not completely true. I'll share with you a story of an ex-colleague of mine who always wore a Datejust, a two-tone white dial Datejust, yellow gold, and he always wore a suit. Previous colleague in the debt collection field. Now, this person, he looks completely professional. However, when you do wear a Rolex to the workplace, there is an assumed higher level of expectation from you because you're signaling to people that you're good at what you do and you're successful. You do place that unnecessary expectation or heightened level of expectation upon yourself there. Now this guy, just for the lack of a better term, he was awful at his job, completely bad. It was rude to customers, not compassionate, didn't care about hitting the right numbers and did whatever it took to just fudge the numbers to make himself look better. Not only that, in terms of banter, right? Office water cooler banter. Something about him in terms of the way he spoke rubbed a lot of people the wrong way in terms of, came across off as arrogant, incompetent, and just not a nice person in general. Now, take that all aside, getting to speak to this person, one-to-one and getting to know that person. Lovely guy, lovely bloke, just a normal everyday dude. However, majority of the workplace didn't like him because they made that assumption about him. So in that place, in that workplace, people called him Mr. Rolex, but it was more of like a jab to him because he didn't meet that expectation. And I don't blame them. I don't blame these people. I actually hear about this and observe this even to this day. People will be wearing a nice Rolex, pretty bad at their roles, and that expectation hasn't been met. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of the risk that you take on if you do wear it. Now, on the flip side to that, if you do meet or go above that expectation, you will be praised a lot more for your successes in that route. And it'll just become easier to take on more high-level work or get that promotion or get that pay rise because you're good at what you do. So, to summarize this video, because I don't want to keep rambling on, wear your watch, just be mindful on your own circumstance and survey your environment, because again, you don't want to upset vulnerable customers. You don't want to upset the wrong people if you are in that field. However, if that doesn't apply to you and you're in the lovely, lovely world of finance, business to business sales like I am, wear it. Just make sure that you're doing the right things, you're doing the ethical things as well. Don't just be a cowboy, because this industry is full of cowboys and I hate that. But make sure you're doing the right thing, you're doing your job well, and it'll help you accelerate your career. But that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Get more Rolexes. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.